What is up, you guys? My name is Roman, and my pronouns are he, him, and his. And today I'm going to be watching and reacting to X Men Dark Phoenix pitch meeting by Screen Rant, or pitch meetings now. But yeah, this is the pitch meeting for X Men Dark Phoenix. It's the, I guess, last of the X-Men prequel trilogy. I don't know. I just got that's it. I just got done watching that a few days ago cuz in my own time I was doing an X-Men marathon where every weekend I watch every X-Men movie, and that was one of them. And I'm towards the end of it. I just got to watch Deadpool and Wolverine next. But yeah, I finished watching it, and I gotta say I thought it was very weak. I think it was the weaker one out of all of them, just because I don't know, the story seemed a little meh, and I feel like the it kind of screwed up the timeline. But anyways, that being said, I will. But anyways, um, I will link them. Make sure you go subscribe to Screen Rant and Pitch Meetings. I will link both of them in the description below. And without any further ado, let's get started. Wait. Spoilers ahead. Okay.
So, you have an X-Men sequel for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Amazing. I can't wait to see what's going on with, wait, which character am I supposed to care about at this point?
Unclear, sir, but there's definitely going to be characters in this movie that, you'll recognize.
Well, great.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
see them and you'll be like, oh, I know who that is.
Fantastic. I'm sure this movie's gonna be a lot of fun.
Not so much, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be very somber, but not in a badass, gritty way like Logan, like just a bunch of sad mutants running around.
Okay, but Quicksilver's gonna be there to lighten the mood.
He's barely gonna be in it.
How come?
Well, he's so powerful that he could easily solve a lot of the problems in
That's right.
the movie, so I had to write him out of it very quickly.
Okay, probably a smart move, I guess. So what problems are the X-Men gonna face?
Well, I was thinking we could do a Dark Phoenix storyline.
Oh, that was already covered in X-Men The Last Stand, though.
Yeah, and people really didn't like it very much, so I think
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like that's what I say when I mean it like screwed up the like when it screwed up the timeline. Like like I thought this would happen later in Jean Grey's life. Like later when she dies and comes back to life, and when she comes back to life in X-Men The Last Stand. I don't know.
we should give it another shot.
Oh, okay, but we're gonna get it right this time?
I mean, that's certainly one possible outcome.
Hold on, sorry, restart.
A lot of the problems in the movie, so I had to write him out of it very quickly.
Okay, probably a smart move, I guess. So what problems are the X-Men gonna face?
Well, I was thinking we could do a Dark Phoenix storyline.
Oh, that was already covered in X-Men The Last Stand, though.
Yeah, and people really didn't like it very much, so I think we should give it another shot.
Oh, okay, but we're gonna get it right this time?
I mean, that's certainly one possible outcome, sure.
Sounds like a sure thing to me.
It absolutely might be, maybe.
Plus, since Sophie Turner is playing Jean Grey now, we get to put her front and center, you know? She's real popular because of Game of Thrones.
That's a good point, and people associate that show with good writing.
And they always will. I can't wait to see how they wrap that whole thing up.
So anyway, the last movie took place in the 80s, so this one's gonna jump forward to the 90s.
Do we really need to keep going with that decade-jumping gimmick? I don't think anyone actually cares about it.
Absolutely we do. My mom
Yeah, that's true. That's what I've noticed. They keep jumping decades because Days of Future Past was set in the 70s. It was set in 1973. Then X-Men Apocalypse takes place 10 years later in 1983. And then this one takes place 9 years later, and then this one takes place like 9 years after Apocalypse in 1992. So yeah, they keep going.
always said you gotta commit to the gimmick.
What? Why would your mom always say that?
You know, in retrospect, I have no idea.
Very weird. Okay, so it's the 90s.
It is.
So I guess we'll have a lot of fun with like 90s culture and what.
I don't get how that's weird though, but okay. I don't know.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay, never mind. And what do we always say that?
You know, in retrospect, I have no idea.
Very weird. Okay, so it's the 90s.
It is.
So I guess we'll have a lot of fun with like 90s culture and whatnot.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay, never mind. And what are we gonna do about character ages? Like, how old is Magneto at this point?
62.
So then do we get Michael Fassbender or Ian McKellen?
I think we could just stick with Fassbender. He's something like 42 in real life, and that's basically 62 if you round up several times.
And we'll age him up a little bit with makeup.
No, we could just pretend like he's old.
Oh, using
Yeah,
make-believe instead of makeup is tight.
Yeah, so anyway, at the beginning of the movie,
that's something I realized about. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny that that's funny that they say that, because yeah, that's another point. Like, I feel like if Magneto is supposed to be in his 60s, yeah, they could have just got Ian McKellen, but I mean, he's I mean, at this point he's probably a little bit older than 60, but you know what I mean. And I feel like, because in The Last Stand, they already showed like a scene during the 90s or whatever, where they were they s- where him and Professor X go to get Jean Grey when she was little, but that makes no sense because she would be older, and we're at plus, and then Professor X and Magneto were played by their older actors. So like, how does that make sense? Or was that in the 90s? I don't know. That's what I'm saying when timelines are just like screwed up.
the X-Men have to go save some astronauts in space, right?
Right.
But while they're up there, Jean absorbs some crazy solar flare power thing and she passes out.
And that's what gives her the Phoenix powers?
Exactly.
Oh, but wait, didn't she go all Phoenixy at the end of X-Men Apocalypse? What was that about?
Unclear.
Well, okay then.
Yeah.
So then Jean gets super powerful and she finds out that her dad that she thought was dead is actually still alive and Charles was keeping it from her.
Oh, drama.
Yeah, so she goes to see her dad and he's like, yeah, no, I don't want to be your dad. And then she just goes nuts on the X-Men.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, and she kills Mystique.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, you know, that's going to make a great moment for the trailer.
But no, we can't put that in the trailer. It's a big character death.
We have to. This way people are going to know that this movie's not messing around, you know? Main characters are going to die.
Oh, so other main characters die?
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so then Jean is going to go see Magneto for help, but he rejects her, so she goes even crazier.
Wow, I have to say, it's going to be nice to just focus on Jean and the Phoenix Force, you know? It felt like in The Last Stand, we just had too much stuff going on. And it
Oh,
was...
also aliens.
What?
Yeah, there's going to be aliens
Yeah.
too, and they want the Phoenix Force.
Oh, maybe we should just spend more time with Jean so people actually care about her and
And
her...
the aliens shapeshift too, and they want to take over the world.
Okay.
So now Magneto and Beast want to kill Jean, and the rest of the X-Men want to help her.
Oh, wow, so what happens?
Well, they're going to go to New York, and Charles is going to be like, I'm sorry, Eric, I can't let you kill her.
Okay.
And Magneto's going to be like, you're always sorry, Charles, and there's always a speech, but nobody cares anymore.
Oh, that's a good line.
Thanks, it's a play on something my wife yelled at me as I was telling her about this movie.
Wow.
So anyway, Jean is inside this building, and Magneto pulls a subway car out from under the ground to block the door behind him.
Were there no cars on the street?
There were, but this is going to look cooler.
Well, that's what's important.
And Jean is going to use her powers to force Charles to walk up some stairs. It's going to be horrifying.
Oh, wow.
Either that or hilarious. It could go either way, to be honest.
Well, fingers crossed for horrifying.
So anyway, eventually this is going to lead to a big space
I think it was both. It was a mix between horrifying and hilarious.
battle where Jean just goes crazy on these aliens with her fire powers.
Oh, we might want to think of a backup. Apparently Captain Marvel might end in a similar way with a big space battle where she flies around.
Oh, well, hopefully they're not also doing anything with shape-shifting aliens.
Can you imagine?
Well, anyway, if we do
Yeah, can you imagine? That would be too coincidental.
need to reshoot, I have this other idea where the third act takes place on a train.
Oh, on a train, huh?
Yeah, see, all the X-Men have been captured because of the New York thing.
Okay.
And then the aliens attack because they want Jean.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and these aliens are like Terminators, you know? Magneto and some soldiers are shooting at them with guns, but they just keep coming.
Oh, man, it's going to be tough to kill these guys if they're bulletproof.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because see, sometimes they're not bulletproof.
What do you mean?
Sometimes bullets kill them, I don't know.
So they're not bulletproof?
Listen, sometimes they are and sometimes they're not. I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back about this.
Okay, let me get off of that thing.
And eventually Magneto's going to crush some of them with the train.
Wait, the train is made of metal? Why even try using guns?
Unclear.
Huh.
And so then Jean
What I was saying, because I was saying or yeah, like how does that work? Yeah.
is going to kill the main alien, but also kind of die, but more like transcend her physical form and become a fiery space bird.
Very cool.
Yeah, and they're going to rename the school Jean Grey's School for Gifted Youngsters.
Oh, it feels like it might be more appropriate to name it after Raven.
Yeah, well, they're going to name it after the girl who killed her.
Okay, and so what's going on with the timeline stuff here exactly?
Well, here's the thing. I had the timeline stuff all figured out, right? All detailed on a bulletin board with colored strings and stuff.
Okay, it's good to be organized.
And then, well, have you ever seen cat videos where they play with string?
Oh, did your cat start playing with the strings?
Well, no, but I saw a video of a cat doing that and it looked like a ton of fun. So, you know, long story short, I have no idea what's going on with the timelines.
But you had fun?
I did, yeah.
Well, that's all that matters then.
Thanks.
And so you think people are going to enjoy this movie?
I mean, look, as long as it gets a better reception than The Last Stand, we'll have done our jobs.
Yep. Dark Phoenix has the worst score. No, yeah, the worst Rotten Tomatoes score of any X-Men movie. Makes sense because it just, yeah, this movie sucked. I really didn't like it. But, like, it had some good moments, but it was not that good at all. And it doesn't make sense. Another key point about the timeline is that they kill off Mystique, but that's weird though because she's in the other movies which take place after this. So you'd think that they would bring her back at the end somehow. She would come back to life, but nope. They just leave it like that, and that's just ridiculous. Like, how does she come back to life then? I mean, like what? Are you telling me there's like a clone of her or something, or there's another Mystique out there, or there's or maybe it's a multiversal variant. I don't know. Either way, it seems kind of ridiculous that they would do that, and yeah, I like how this pitch meeting covers all the plot holes and mistakes, because that's what I love about Ryan George in his pitch meeting videos. He's always pointing out the mistakes, and that's what makes it funny. So I like this pitch meeting a lot. It really shows you how bad this one was. But yeah, if you hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, possibly share it with a friend. And if you're new, subscribe to my channel, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you also subscribe to Screen Rant and Pitch Meeting. The links will be in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, bye-bye.